Hey, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can I get a thumbs up and some likes if you guys can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Okay. Honey, I see where that goddamn, I saw where that damn, I hadn't hit the live button again. Now I done figured out how that goddamn old code be breaking in my goddamn lives and shit like that be him before I go live. Oh goddamn terrorist group named old code and shit on broken my shit before I even hit live. Hell. No, but I figured out that when it's on YouTube or whatever, even though I haven't gone live yet, it has it where you know you can go in. I'm like, these old motherfuckers. That's why the goddamn people y'all the damn YouTube terrorists led by Blade and Tie. Yes, honey, yes. So and you know now I wouldn't have came on like this unless it was some shit that just happened organically, and I'll explain that. But let me go through and say hey to the folks that's cheered, the folks that decide to come on through. Hey Jennifer, hey Mom Life Love, what up Granny? Karen J, you driving? Okay, be safe, lady. Let's see. Hey Cherise, who else? Who else? Who else? Hey Ty, my baby Ty, my baby. Hey Mocha, Mocha. Hey Tanya Bell, that's right, girl. The facts, honey. I'm trying to figure out why would this shit. Everybody that reportedly went to the damn courthouse and everybody come out and made these goddamn reports about what happened in court. They conveniently left some of this shit off. But we don't do that over here. Hey Tanya Bell, what it do, baby? Let me see. Hey, rocking with the truth. Larry's Mignon. Uniquely made. What it do? Black Girl Beauty. Alchemy. Stilettos for me. What up, girl? Hey, Miss Dee Dee. Candy Cane. Let me see. Let me see. And hey, Kayla. Hey, Darcy. Atmos. Atmos, you know what? I sure enough appreciate you, brother. You are too goddamn funny. And you know I named that bug video that you put. I said, welcome to Bed Bug University. So anything about the bed bug, I'm gonna go ahead and just share it and put it under Bed Bug University. You gave me the idea how you was going through and breaking down what you thought he was trying to say and all of that shit, because I'm still started the fact that he spells intimidate, just timidate, Timidate, and he called me stupid. That's why I can't wait for them to take up that challenge to debate me. I'm gonna be a R. Kelly um, supporter, and I'm gonna debate the other supporters, the top supporters, so they say that they are on, on these YouTube streets and off the streets. Yeah, I'm gonna be yeah, since I'm not a R. Kelly supporter or whatever, which I'm not a supporter. Again, I'm not for and against him, but I'm saying, what I'm saying, you want to try to, fuck with me and put some bullshit on me as if I'm against the man. Like, so we gonna see who's, you know what I'm saying, who's who and what's what. And are you gonna shut the fuck up? What it do, Peter? Hey, Chanel Lewis. Okay. I don't know where's Valencia. She'll come on through at some point. Valencia be holding me down. Now I do appreciate that sister, as I appreciate the rest of you guys, because you guys always come through and y'all leave all those comments on the videos and participation through the chats, and y'all be catching my ass on the replay. I'm like, I don't even have. I used to be able to get to the the comments, at least within 24 hours. Hell, it's taking me a minute to get through them, but I be reading them and stuff like that because I use them, of course, for information and as well as feedback, but also stuff that I can do to improve and to what to incorporate because this is our channel, right? So I appreciate all of that, but like I was saying, also another thing about Atmos, I love coming on after Atmos because he does that wonderful read and stuff, and he goes through and explain the stuff. He explains and stuff, and then I can come through. I don't have to, he can read, and he reads with that type of enthusiasm. Larry has his own type of enthusiasm, and Atmos has his own as well. When they can read where you can understand me. I hate the sound of my voice. I don't hate to read. I hate to present. I hate all of that. I always have been that way throughout school, what have you. I hate that shit. I mean, I don't never want to be a leader. No, I have never volunteered to be no leader or nothing. Never applied to be no leader, whatever. It's always been somebody put me in those goddamn positions because I'm extremely shy. I hate that shit. So, but I do again want to appreciate to Atmos, how much I appreciate him taking the time out because I know he has a family, and I think he works outside of the home and whatever. So he takes the time and and reads that stuff just almost immediately as he gets it or what have you, and he does it, with a lot of precision and where it's not all over the place and off the wall and all that shit like that. Whatever, he gonna crack some jokes, but so we all do that. But and I can come in and I can just go and get to the points that I want to highlight and explain and stuff, and I can get to it. So yeah, I really really appreciate that. Yeah, and he keeps us updated really really quick or whatever. But is hey Miss, you must be done came up in the building. But it was just something that happened that was happening between Killer and I that was so organic. And I know that sometimes the people think that the things that we say on YouTube, whatever, somehow gets back to the prosecutors or the defense team, whatever. I mean, I can't confirm or deny that, but it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. Now that bullshit, because that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you know the system, if you know how things work or whatever, you can take educated guesses, whatever. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, and I've been telling y'all, Keller always asks questions that normally requires your ass to be on the case or in the room when the shit is happening. You don't anything else. You're just making an educated guess based on the things that you know. You know what I'm saying? From working there, things that in the system. But I ain't been in a courtroom in over 12 years to try a case. So I mean, but I'll tell you how crazy this thing happened. Right? This was like ridiculous, and they can't say that ain't no shit that we said that got fed back to the prosecutors and whatever. That ain't what it is, because this just happened on a random text message that I got from starting shit ass Killer Keller. So, but I'll get into that. But yeah, let me give y'all the updates on Mr. Don Snow, right? So I told you, now he wants to likes to harass people and thinks he's threatening them and scaring them and shit like that. And like I told him to go back and see if that person who usually pays him to fuck with people, he might need to tell him to give him some more motherfucking money because he got the right motherfucking one now. And so after I got off the live this morning, he had sent me some old crazy ass text or whatever that I found, of course, hilarious and shit. And I'm just gonna continue to fuck with his ass and make sure he gets with the people that he needs to be with, instead of the women on YouTube. And I don't give a fuck about you being no college student and all that bullshit. You should have thought about you being a college student before you came out here and fucking with people or whatever it is you do to make extra money. And see what's going to happen since you fucking with me. You probably going to force me to talk about that murder for hire. Or that's what they labeled it. To get the details of what I know and what I'm a pretty good guess about. And how you motherfuckers was trying to add like extra people in the murder for hire, like Randa and all them other people that had nothing to do with none of that bullshit. And you know it. So you keep fucking with me, everybody gonna know it. Okay? So you better direct your motherfucking crazy ass motherfucking ways elsewhere. If you don't like what the fuck I say, that you know what, there's a couple ways you can approach me. You can do it on the phone, what have you. It doesn't matter. You can do it face to face, however you want to do it. I'm with it. I'm with all the shit. Understand that. I'm scared of cockroaches and dogs and shit, not no motherfucking stupid ass humans. You know, so you think that's gonna work? You might as well go tell somebody you need triple pay for fucking with me. When I tell you, I'm gonna make sure the homies that get down both ways, they're gonna run a train on your fucking ass. I'll make sure they have your goddamn information, every goddamn thing. You want somebody to fuck with, I'm gonna call you and harass your motherfucking ass. How about that? You got me fucked up. Nobody's scared of your motherfucking ass. Now keep on playing. Keep on motherfucking playing. Everybody gonna know what the fuck happened. God damn it. Trying to add people in that bullshit. No goddamn well, no random, none of the motherfucking people wasn't involved in no goddamn murder for hire. Now keep on. So anyway, you know, you have people, and here's and another thing, you know, you got people be talking about, oh, you know, if you're gonna say what you're gonna say, you know, say it from behind the camera, this, that, third. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter if you say it from behind the camera, if you don't, or whatever. It's not gonna change the stupid shit that came out your motherfucking mouth and your motherfucking ways, and it ain't gonna change the shit that came out my motherfucking mouth and my motherfucking ways. So it ain't no motherfucking matter. So that's a goddamn defense, another defense mechanism, like combing your hair and all that bullshit and whatever, that when they don't have no other motherfucking way to come back at your ass, when they already in a losing motherfucking battle. Because their mind is small and marginalized. You know what I'm saying? That's not my problem. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not smart, but I'm not dumb. How about that? Shit. Y'all need to stop fucking with people. So now that I got that out of the way, that wasn't on the list. But I guess now that I got that on the way, so I want to talk. I'm gonna get to this. What done happened? But I wanted to read to you something else while I was going through these articles. Remember, we were talking about R. Kelly is in one of the worst jails, if not the worst, BOP facilities in the BOP list of facilities. I mean, he's in a shithole. And I went and read all the occurrences that they had listed thus far. But I want to tell you, I'm going to read y'all something that just happened. This is crazy as hell. When I read this to you, then I'm going to get into this shit about this John Doe shit. Well, hold on for a minute. Let me get to it and I'll tell you. I'll read it to you. Where am I? Let's see. Hold on. Let me see which one it is. Okay, one. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. This is crazy. He is in one of the worst locations that they have. I'm trying to share the screen, y'all. I just don't understand how all of that reporting they did yesterday, and they left this. I mean, they left the part about this goddamn boy. It's coming up, y'all. Thank you for your patience, honey. All right. Here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see if y'all can see it. Oh my god. Can y'all even see the shit? Can y'all see it? I don't know why y'all can't see it, but let me read it to you real quick. It's not gonna take, but I just want to tell y'all about this goddamn facility. Okay, a warden at the federal jail where Ghislaine Maxwell and R. Kelly are being held has been charged with the murder and shooting of her husband. I can make this shit up. Let me tell you. Okay, this. All right, here's just some bullets. It says police said a warden at the federal jail in Brooklyn shot and killed her husband Monday. The jail houses R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell as they await for their trials. People held at the facility have complained about the conditions of the jail. It says the associate warden of a New York federal jail, which, wait a minute, hold on, it is moving again, hold on. The associate of a New York federal jail, which is housing Ghislaine Maxwell and R. Kelly, has been charged with the murder and shooting of her husband at their New Jersey home, authorities said. Authorities said Antonia Ashford, 44, of Jackson, shot her 47-year-old husband, Roderick Ashford, with a handgun on Monday. Officers with the Jackson Township Police Department responded to the couple's home about 2:15 a.m. Monday and found Roderick Ash- Ashford lying unresponsive on the floor with a gunshot wound to the face, officials said. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Roderick Ashford worked as a drug treatment specialist at the Federal Correction Institute in Fort Dix in New Jersey, a spokesperson for the Federal Bureau of Prisons told Insider. Antonia Ashford is an associate warden at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, where Maxwell, a longtime Jeffrey Epstein confidant, and R. Kelly are being held as they await for their trials. While she was charged by federal prosecutors in Manhattan, Maxwell was housed in the Brooklyn Detention Center after Epstein killed himself in 2019 while awaiting trial in the federal Manhattan jail. Maxwell, as well as others held in the jail, has criticized the conditions of the facility. Maxwell's lawyers have told the judge in her case that jail guards routinely don't grant her the privacy and laptop access she needs to review documentation for her case. They have also alleged in court filings that staff members deprive her of sleep, that they don't properly heat up food, and that the stench of sewage permeates her cell. Permeates her cell. Okay. Prosecutors have said in response that nighttime checkups on inmates are normal and that Maxwell leaves her toilet unflushed. We need to know that. But yeah, so like I've always said, if there's any type of conditions or anything like that that will affect R. Kelly or what have you, any type of violations, and that also him being treated as as humane as possible while in those conditions. That's if his rights are violated in that way, that's also um, a violation of his rights. So the lawyers will always go in the court with the motion expressing those things, as you see Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney has done apparently over time. So that's what I told y'all in the beginning. You can listen to what an attorney will say on the mic in front of the media, but pay attention to what they do in court, in the courthouse. Pay attention to what they take and what complaints and what the information that they deliver in front of the court. Pay attention to that, because that's usually more or less the truth. Okay, because we discussed yesterday that the attorneys have a duty to tell the truth. Not telling the truth can result in possible perjury charges, discipline, or disbarment. So just keep that in mind. So let's get to this thing about R. Kelly. I got there, honey. When I tell you, I just need to change my goddamn computer. I'm gonna go ahead and get this other article up. So, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. So a little earlier, I got a text message from that always inquisitive ass, starting shit ass killer, right? And he was asking me about, I guess something he had seen. I don't know whether it was on. I don't know what he had saw, but he was asking me whether or not what he had saw was. Let me read exactly what it is, not to disclose what we was talking about, but I'm just want to make sure I get it word for word. So he was asking me if what he had seen about the jury questionnaire. He asked me, is this an indication that they're having problems choosing a jury with the current questionnaire? And I hope you don't mind me disclosing that, but I just want to set up what happened, um, so y'all can understand what where this is coming from. So y'all can know that this ain't no uh we over here talking about some shit and feeding it to the goddamn prosecutor. That's not what we do. Like, how can we even do that? You know what I'm saying? But that's what he asked me. And let me just bring up this article. So I want to read this other article to you. Let me make it big. All right. So this article says, okay, R. Kelly's lawyer. I'm going back just a little bit, just a day ago. Okay, R. Kelly's lawyer cites homophobia as a possible threat to their defense. It says, Madame Noir recently reported that legal documents listed the 19 female victims who are accusing Kelly of sex crimes as Jane Doe's 1 through 19, as Jane Doe 1 through 19. In newly released documents, a male, John Doe number 1, claimed he was 17 years old when he was groomed and sexually abused by Kelly. Another male, John Doe number 2, one who was allegedly introduced to Kelly by John Doe number 1, is listed as a victim of the R&B singer's sexual misconduct as well. The accusations date as far back as 1991, and Kelly's trial is set to begin on August 18th. The prosecutor's filing from last week revealed Kelly allegedly asked Jane Doe number 5 to search child pornography, including boys, for him on the internet. Additionally, she shared that the singer allegedly made a fake ID for Aaliyah to marry him in 1994 when she was 15 because he thought she was carrying his child and he wanted to prevent her from being forced to testify against him in court, according to Complex. Regarding the allegations from Kelly's male accusers, TMZ reports that the singer's attorney, Thomas A. Farinella and Nicole Blank Becker, think they shouldn't be presented in court by the prosecution. Farinella and Becker argue that the jury selection for the trial is at risk as of now. The questionnaire that potential jurors will soon take is void of a single question about their opinions or feelings on same-sex relationships. If the allegations of the two male victims are to be discussed during the trial, that may change. Farinella and Becker will also have to rework their defensive strategy in a short time frame. Notably, the two say that they're worried the stigma surrounding LGBTQ relationships will influence the jury and possibly elicit negative feelings from them towards Kelly. The government's request is untimely, not relevant, and if permitted, will cause severe prejudice to Mr. Kelly, of which such prejudice outweighs the probative value, meaning proving something. A filing made by the two attorneys on behalf of the singer said, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. All right, so I read that. So you see what they were saying, right? So when I looked in the system, after I got this article, when I looked in the system, what Keller was reading was about this note that was placed on here. Is this the 4? Yeah. This note that was placed on here today. Okay. And it said, ordered by 5 p.m. on August the 5th, 2021. The party should provide the court with a list of additional questions they would like the court to ask prospective jurors during their jury selection, the jury selection. That's what voir means. Voir means. And it was ordered by the judge on 8/4. So when he when I got his text message, I was just thinking, I was like, you know what is, and this is what I told him, because I mean I'm not on the case, so I don't know what it's about. I said that that's just the process for finalizing the questionnaire for prospective jurors. I said they could be adding questions about being gay or whatever questions that may be a late add to the questionnaire. That would be my best guess, right? That was my best guess. Then I got a text message from Sid saying something about he just told me a text message about John Doe can testify, right? So I was like, well, I mean, this just happened in succession. So we were on text message. We went online and shit like that. So you can't talk about how we was talking to no prosecutors or helping either side with nothing. We just be thinking out loud online and going through, what shit may be. Hell, we are not on the case, so we don't fucking know. We just talking about, what's the likely scenarios and sharing the information and knowledge that we have about the process. And people have their, opinions or what have you. But so I'll read the article that I found. I'll go ahead and read that as soon as I can. All right. Let me tell you what it says. When I get back to it, let me tell you what it says. Sorry, y'all. It is thinking, honey. It is thinking. on, let me get this article back up. Oh, Lord. Child, honey, I don't know how they be doing all of this. I could simply just switch to another computer and it would go faster, but this is my baby. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting the article back up. My question is, what happened to this reporting from everybody talking about what happened? And see, and that's why, and people get mad at, people call them dumb or, don't report the facts of it. But this is a good example. You can't. We need to know what everything is going on, whether it's good or bad for either side. It doesn't even matter. We need to know what the hell is going on. And I like the facts. So it pisses me off when people don't deliver the goddamn facts. So, all right. It says judge rules man allegedly sexually abused by R. Kelly after meeting him as a teen in Chicago can testify at singer's upcoming racketeering trial in New York. This is a first read, so bear with me. A federal judge in New York has ruled that an alleged male victim of R. Kelly can testify about allegedly being sexually abused as a teen after meeting Kelly at a Chicago McDonald's and hearing promises from the singer for help with his music aspirations. So that's another reason why they're allowing these John Doe's in, this John Doe in, because they're going to probably show patterns that R. Kelly allegedly promised to help these people, these accusers or what have you, with their career. It says U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly ruled that alleged victim, who was 17 when he contends he met Kelly in 2006, will be allowed on the witness stand at Kelly's upcoming New York racketeering trial and be identified only by his first name. Oh, Lord. Okay, so if they're going to allow that he be identified by his first name, chances are we already know who it is. Oh, shit. That's a chance. I'm not saying that could be fact, but that could be one reason that they're going to allow him to be identified by his first name. Lord. Okay. The evidence is certainly relevant because it demonstrates the methods that were used to perpetuate the enterprise, the judge said at Kelly's final pretrial conference in Brooklyn on Tuesday. So this did go down in the goddamn pretrial on Tuesday. Ain't this some shit? Okay, Kelly 54 was indicted in 2019 on racketeering charges alleging he ran a criminal enterprise that recruited women and underage girls for his illegal sexual contact, then isolated and threatened them to keep them under control. It says Kelly also asked John Doe number one what he was willing. Wait a minute, let me see something. Did I skip something? Okay, wait a minute, I skipped something. Okay, prosecutors have alleged Kelly invited the boy to a party at his Chicago residence shortly after meeting him at an unspecified McDonald's in the city. The boy attended with his parents, and Kelly advised him to come without them to the next gathering, prosecutors wrote in a recent court filing. Kelly later invited the teen to his music studio under the guise of helping and mentoring him with the musical aspirations prosecutors have alleged. Kelly also asked John Doe number one what he was willing to do to succeed in the music business and clarified that he wanted John Doe number one to engage in sexual contact with Kelly, prosecutors alleged. With that backdrop, Kelly then engaged in sexual contact with John Doe number one. Prosecutors said Kelly, prosecutors said Kelly also forced the boy to have sex with females as Kelly videotaped the acts. Kelly's defense had resisted the government's attempt to use the witness, arguing they didn't have time to properly prepare and contemplate asking prospective jurors the opinions about homosexuality. Donnelly also signaled Kelly may need to take the witness stand for the jury to hear about. Wait a minute. Let me read. Donnelly also signaled Kelly may need to take the witness stand for the jury to hear about parts of his background that he don't involve. Wait a minute. Okay. Y'all know I ain't faking phony. So when it hit me in real time, baby, it hit me. Let me reread that. Donnelly also signaled Kelly may need to take the witness stand for the jury to hear about parts of his background that don't involve the allegations against him. Remember yesterday I said she is kind of helping the defense draft a defense. Let me continue to read. Oh, okay. Whew. Defense lawyers asked about introducing testimony of Kelly's prior good conduct. The judge said he was free to talk about his past if he decides to testify, but any other character witnesses would be extremely limited. Remember a long time ago I said a character, you just can't pop people on the stand and say they're going to be a character witness and you think that's all. They can just run on about, oh, this person was good, all that. But I told you that witnesses is has a limited role, especially character witnesses, and they are also bound and held under a bunch of exceptions. So it don't just go like you think it's gonna go. You think that they're gonna be able to say this, say that. They're gonna be big. They're gonna be allowed to be asked this question, that question. That's not how it works. Okay. It says you're not going to call a witness to say just generally he's the greatest guy in the world, the judge said. Also decided Tuesday, one of Kelly's key attorneys will remain part of the defense team after she said a medical issue briefly prompted travel concerns. Nicole Blank Becker, who took over the case in June after Kelly said he wanted to part ways with his two Chicago-based attorneys, filed a motion to withdraw under seal last week, according to court records and sources who spoke to the Tribune. Over the weekend, an order from Judge Donnelly appeared briefly on the public docket, giving Becker until 5 p.m. Monday to submit a letter privately to the judge explaining the situation in more detail. Becker told the Tribune her motion was prompted by a brief medical scare, but that her doctors had since cleared her to travel to New York for the beginning of the jury selection Monday. At Kelly's hearing, Becker, who participated by telephone, told the judge that as of today, I am allowed to travel, so I will absolutely be there. The judge then confirmed with Kelly's other lawyers that they were no longer seeking a delay in the trial due to Becker's issue. It says, we're up and ready to go, Your Honor, said co-counsel Devereaux Canick. Also during Tuesday's hearing, Kelly's other attorney revealed the singer has gained weight and lost money in 2 years in jail awaiting trial. Canick told the judge at the end of the hearing that Kelly needs to be measured for new clothing because he's gained so much weight in jail. And he asked that the court transcripts be provided at no cost because Kelly has been unable to work for 2 years. His funds are depleted, Canick said of his client, who left the courtroom after the hearing with his hands cuffed. I'm kind of still shaking, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, it says the allegations in the indictment include dozens of acts, including 6 victims identified only as Jane Doe 1 through 6. But in a 55-page motion filed July 23rd, prosecutors said they want to bring in additional evidence involving sexual abuse, hush payments, unlawful imprisonment, and other crimes dating back 30 years that are directly relevant and inextricably intertwined with the evidence of charged crimes. Donnelly also ruled that witnesses who allege abuse can testify with only their first names given to jurors who will sit in the gallery rather than the jury box because of reconfigured courtroom tied to coronavirus restrictions. So that means most likely she has ordered that all those people, those Jane Does and all those people will be testifying. Okay, Donnelly also said that she would generally not allow questions aimed at revealing if any of the women have had mental health treatment. So she's not going to allow that. What was all this reporting from yesterday? Let me continue to read. She said she will not allow the jurors to be told that one witness worked as an exotic dancer years after she said she was abused. Also likely to be excluded from the trial is any testimony about religious beliefs or that some of the women were directed to have sex with one another, the judge said. We talked about that yesterday. Okay, prospective jurors have filled out questionnaires aimed at ensuring that they have no biases that would affect their judgment. They will begin answering questions Monday. The judge ruled last week that the public and the media will be banned from the New York courtroom after 12 news organizations asked that 6 reporters be permitted inside because watching a portion of the courtroom on monitors in 2 overflow rooms was insufficient and might not constitute an opening proceeding. She cited the coronavirus restrictions. As he left the courthouse Tuesday, Koenig was asked if the closing of the courtroom might be grounds for appeal if his client is convicted. He smiled and said, if there was a conviction, we'd use every error that was made in an appeal, which we talk about, extensively, what constitutes as appeals and, things of that nature. And we always talk about rights, whether it be constitutional or civil rights or what have you. All right, opening statements are scheduled for August 18th. The trial is expected to last a month. Kelly, who is being held in federal jail in Brooklyn, also faces charges in U.S. district courts in Chicago related to alleged sex abuse of minors, as well as a separate indictment brought in Cook County. Ooh. Let me come around front and see what y'all are talking about. Okay. Oh boy. What do y'all think? Let me see if I can catch any questions real quick or any comments. What do y'all think? Oh. Oh my gosh. What do y'all think? I can't believe everybody left off all that shit. Was they in a different pre-trial hearing? Right, they lied their asses off. Like, were they in a different pre-trial hearing? And see, I'm trying to tell you, and I'm not trying to bring God in this or whatever, but I'm just saying. I'm always led by a higher power. And something just told me. I mean, after I had that exchange with Killer, and then I got that message from Sid. I said, well, let me see if there's an article out there because let's just see. I didn't know, and Sid didn't attach no type of article or anything like that. He just said, that the judge is going to allow John Doe to testify. And I said, well, let me go see if there's an article or something. There's nothing in the system because I guess the motion of limine and all the other stuff hasn't been finalized and everything. So it's nothing in the system or whatever. So I just went to look to see if there's any recent articles. And honey, I almost passed out when I saw shit. And then she is really helping them draft that defense. They are really trying to make sure that there's no appeal that can come through that will be granted. They're trying to make sure that there's not a lot of issues with violations to like his rights in any kind of way. She's being more than helpful. She's damn near helping them prevent from fucking themselves up. You understand what I'm saying? She's helping them. Remember I said yesterday, she's helping them draft their defense. She's helping them with the to navigate the federal process and the rules and all of that. I mean, she's guiding them through it. She's guiding them through it. The judge is. Child, she is. She's doing more than her due diligence. She don't have to do all that. Oh man. Let me see what is this. I got something else with me, y'all. I got something. Okay, yeah, I just read that. But yes, what happened to all that shit? That would have been some stuff that, we would have liked to know. Oh my gosh. I mean, I mean, like, that's the client's decision to take the stand. And he have that conversation with his defense team. She's trying to shit. What the fuck? What? This is totally not how shit really goes all the time. I'm just trying to tell you this is odd. This is some odd and strange shit that's going on with this here with this case. This is odd. And I heard earlier somebody still trying to say one man ain't no enterprise. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna read it from the people who made the law. I'm taking it from their site. So I'm not making this shit up. And I can 99%, I'm 99% sure today that they're only charging R. Kelly with racketeering. So they're charging him as an individual for racketeering as enterprise. They're charging him, I'm sorry, to strike that part. They're charging him as an individual for Rico. So I'm gonna put up here. I'm gonna take it from. So y'all ain't got to believe me, and you definitely ain't got to believe nobody else. You can look at it for yourself. I'm gonna take it directly from the people's thing. Watch. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And you'll see where I'm taking it from. I'm taking it from the Department of Justice. You see that? It says Department of Justice. Okay. It says Rico charges. Let me make sure y'all see it. Department of Justice. An official website of the United States government. They describe and define Rico charges. And I read, it is unlawful for anyone employed by or an associate with any enterprise engaged in or the activities of which affect interstate or foreign commerce to conduct or participate directly or indirectly in the conduct of such enterprises' affairs through a pattern of racketeering activity or collection of unlawful debt. And it cites the code. It cites the code. All right. A more expansive view holds that in order to be found guilty of violating the Rico statute, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt: one, that the enterprise existed; two, that the enterprise affected interstate commerce; three, that the defendant was associated with or employed by the enterprise; four, that the defendant engaged in a pattern of racketeering activity; and five, the defendant conducted or participated in the conduct of the enterprise through the pattern of racketeering activity through the commission of at least two acts of racketeering activity as set forth in the indictment. Remember, I told y'all that you have to prove every element of the crime. Well, that's what it is. All right. An enterprise is defined as including any individual, partnership, corporation, association, or other legal entity, and any union or group of individuals associated in fact, although not a legal entity. So that's how they're able to convict, prosecute businesses, gangs, all kinds of stuff. So that's how they expanded it from, just from being the mafia to include anybody that's interfering with interstate commerce. So, and then it breaks it down. It tells you that, let's see, it says many courts have noted that Congress mandated a liberal construction of the Rico statute in order to effectuate its remedial purposes by holding that the term enterprise has an expansive statutory definition, which is what I just said. All right. The patterns of racketeering activity requires at least two acts of racketeering activity committed within 10 years of each other. Congress intended a fairly flexible concept of a pattern in mind. The government must show that the racketeering predicates are related, and that they amount to or pose a threat of continued criminal activity. Racketeering predicates are related if they have the same or similar purposes, results, participants, victims, or methods of commission, or otherwise are interrelated by distinguishing characteristics and are not isolated events. Let me put my glass. Wait a minute. Hold on. Put this damn glass. Okay. All right. Furthermore, the degree in which these factors establish a pattern may depend on the degree of proximity to or any you got my way. Similar actions. Proximity or any similarities in goals or methodology, or the number of repetitions, and it cites a case law. And so y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Let me see if there's anything else. All right. So y'all get what I'm saying. So it can, and all the definitions and the law that defines Rico that's out there all say the same thing. An enterprise can be defined as an individual. Okay, just like it can be defined as a gang. And let me tell you something else about Rico. And so you guys can know this. Let me find my little thing. This is so weird. I just can't believe they left out all this shit. Like, where was this from yesterday? I mean, like, closing your eyes and man, like, this shit is not happening or whatever. It don't help nobody because it's happening. You know, it's not gonna go away. So when it when it comes to Rico, right? You see, like a lot of people say, well, why they not charging the managers, the bus drivers, everybody, you know, why they not charging them? And that's because under Rico, everyone, you know, doesn't have to be charged. Like a Rico function as it does because it is based on something called enumerated powers, which means that it regulates activities across state lines, you know, that includes crime. That's why New York can prosecute crimes under RICO that happen in other jurisdictions. Uh, RICO relies on the Commerce Clause for its authorities, right? And when I say commerce, it not only means buying and selling, aka trade, but it also means social interactions. And the but here's the thing, right? Even though most people get convicted under RICO because it's although it's kind of loose or whatever, you know, it can include stuff like murder and obstruction and this, that, and the third. How they lay it out, and it looks to me, it always looks like a set of NCAA brackets. Everything just intertwines with each other, and the evidence support each other, and it corroborates and all of that. And then you also have normally you also have other people involved that is going to take the stand and usually testify against you. Now, what the defense can do is they can argue that the criminalization of non-economic interstate activities um, is the way of, you know, disproving like one or more elements of RICO to say that there was no criminal enterprise, right? So the defense will try to say that, okay, actually, like they'll say, well, the person that's charged, saying R. Kelly, didn't know that he was participating in a criminal enterprise. Or they'll say that R. Kelly wasn't associated with the criminal enterprise. Not only didn't know, he wasn't even associated with it, meaning that they're going to have to try to distance himself away from the people that work for him, which would be a challenge. So that's why most times the people get convicted under RICO because the prosecutor is going to show the connection between the person at the top or persons and the people that work for them. They're going to show a relationship. They're going to show transactions that happen that prove that they worked for them, they knew them, all of that. But these are the ways that you're supposed to try to defend against a RICO. They also can say that the enterprise did not affect interstate commerce. Like I said, either trade or social interactions. And they can also say that the person, R. Kelly, and any other co-conspirator, let me see how to put this. They can say that R. Kelly did not agree for the other people to commit the crimes. So that would most likely involve him taking a stand. So Where the hell is my goddamn icon? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for y'all. Wait a minute. I done hit so many goddamn buttons. I don't know where the hell y'all at. Hold on. All right. Did y'all hear me? Hello? Let me know if y'all heard me. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Thank you. So did y'all hear all that what I was talking about with Rico? Hold on. Let me take me out. Hello? Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, let me see if I can catch with y'all. So what is fucking echo? Hey, I see the echo. Hello? What up, Keep? What up? Did you hear that? Hold on, y'all. Let me work on this echo. I keep popping up. Shit. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How the hell you get out of this? This is some crazy shit. Anyway, I don't know what the hell. I cannot get this other thing down. Let me see. Hello? I don't know. I ain't gonna be here long, but anyway, what y'all? I mean, you said drop. I did. I dropped out and came. I swear, I can't get this shit to work. After your sentence, let me see what y'all saying. He says, turn your volume down. I tried that. No, I got. It's two of me up here. It won't let me get rid of it. What about now? Still an echo. But this is what I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and then I'm just gonna come right back. Can y'all want to do that? Because I want to see what y'all think. I'll end this and come right back. Yeah, I know. I can't get rid of the other one. That's what's causing the echo. So yeah, I'll end this and I'll just come right back. All right.